Hi guys, welcome back to All Day Vapers with me Andy as usual. It's part 2 of the Vapemate series, vapemate.co.uk. Now, I'm on to my second favourite Vapemate eliquid of the three they sent me. Don't know if you can see that. Cinnamon Danish. Once again, we're at 70 PG, 30 VG, so a little bit thinner, but that is the kind of standard blend. They did ask me what I wanted, but that's what I went for. I said on the last video I was using 11mg, but I actually realised it's 12. So, we begin. Now, the Cinnamon Danish Swirl is exactly as it would sound. It tastes like a Danish pastry, it really does. But what it reminds me of the most is when I was a kid there was a cereal that came out called Cinnamon Grahams, and that is really what it reminds me of. So I'm going back down to 13 watts, which is what I started out on. Such a good flavour. And again, mega clouds of vapour. Now, the Danish Swirl again it's a one that people like. I've had it around people and they've really enjoyed the flavour, the intensity of the cinnamon flavour. To me, it tastes like cinnamon, honey, and cream. And I'll show you a link now to the website that has a little bit of information about what it has. And again, it tastes slightly different to me, but it's all subjective. Now, again, it's exactly the same as the Bud Spanker in many ways. Really smooth throated. Again, I'm going to turn that up because 13 watts on a 0.7 coil seems a little bit weak. Really smooth, warm taste, really smooth throated, and such intense flavour. It's my second favourite, my favourite's coming up last. I like everything about this e-liquid. Absolutely out of this world. It really is. Again, really top quality liquid. There's not much more I can say about it. I don't know. Vapemate have done a really good job. I can't speak for any of the other liquids, but what I can say is the specialty blends really, excuse me, I'm all gone wrong today. I've got the hiccups and I've got a sore throat and I'm a little bit cranky because I've had to do this video for the third time now, so it is going to look a bit rubbish stitched together. I don't know, we'll see. I might have to do it again. You might see me wearing different clothes halfway through a video. It really is a liquid that I will put in my tank and continue to use over and over again. When I place an order with Vapemate next time, this will be on there. It's just such a nice, sweet, smooth flavour. In terms of your throat, again, it's a nice warm vape. Works well at high wattage and high temperatures. And you know what? It's one of those things where it's a really sweet dessert, confectionery flavoured, but it tastes natural. It doesn't taste over the top, sugary, sweet, saccharine, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't... What's the best way to describe it? It doesn't feel like they've made an effort to make it over sweet. They've got a really good, strong balance. Cinnamon Danish Swirl is ideal for people who like cinnamon, and that's going to sound really stupid saying that out loud, but it's true. That is the most distinct taste. Again, I'm getting honey and cream in there as well, and again, it's making me salivate. I can tell how much I like liquids by when I'm sitting at home by myself or when I'm out and about by myself, how much I pick up my vaporizer. And while I've been waiting for the battery to recharge on this camera, just continually, I mean, I've been sat watching National Treasure. That's a bit sad, but I have. And I've just been continually just puffing away, and this liquid really keeps up. Again, I've tried it in a few different tanks. I've tried it in the Nautilus, I've tried it in the Aspire Atlantis, I've tried it in the Aspire K1, a bit of a Aspire fanboy. I've tried it in the Aerotank V2. I've tried it in a number of different devices, and again, I've given it to other people, little tasters to other people. I'm quite nice, I share out my liquids for them to have a try, and the feedback is great. Again, it's got a really natural flavour. It doesn't taste artificial, which is exactly what it is. It's artificial. It's a bit silly, really. But again, you don't have to be an expert to realise when you've got a top quality liquid in your tank, and that's exactly what Vapemate is. Again, slightly boring bottle, kind of run of the mill. I mean, it's got the logo on there, it's got everything you need to know, your strength, all this, that and the other, standard. But that's sitting on your shelf behind you. Are you really going to take notice other than the fact that it's got a blue lid? I like to see a bit of art. I like to see a cool bottle. Child resistant cap, great. But what else is missing? Vapemate, quality liquid, and yet they're underselling themselves. I know I said that in the first video, but they really are. That's just the one thing. I mean, boring's probably the wrong word, but ordinary. It's very ordinary, and I can see what they're going for. When I go back to the bottle, and then I look at the business card, it's just quite unusual for a vaping company to have. It looks quite business-like, and they're going for this professional approach, and that's great. That really is good, but is it the right message? And then funky, just a little funky design. I mean, it catches people's eye. I don't know if they've got them in vape shops, but when you nip in and have a look, and you go, "That's a cool bottle. I'll have a look at that." And it might seem idiotic, but when you go into a shop or you're looking online and you're seeing a massive different, absolutely huge mass of different products, you kind of need something to catch your eye. But I mean, they've gone for the quality approach, which I think is great. In a way, I do. But people will buy it, and I'm sure people do. I'm sure it's a very successful company. I like to see a bit of style. Especially for something like this, the specialty blends, they're a bit cookie, they're a bit sort of out there in a way that the mix of flavours is very unique. Even for the specialty bottle, it might just be nice to have a bit of an edge to it, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure they're doing a fantastic job selling, and they're certainly doing a fantastic job making liquids. So again, what I found is with the specialty blends, again, I'm using a 0.7 ohm coil, and I'm firing at 21 watts, and it is just keeping up beautifully. It really is. For those of you with a sweet tooth, it's a perfect liquid. It really is, especially if you like that cinnamon and honey flavour. For those of you maybe don't have so much of a sweet tooth, probably stick to what suits you best. However, Vapemate do offer over 200 liquids, so I'm fairly sure you've got something to choose from. And based on my novice opinion, the liquids are great. They really are. The customer service is fantastic, and I'm sure you'll find something that suits you. So that's the end of this review. Last one is coming up next, and it's my absolute favourite. It's the peanut butter and caramel candy. Right, bye folks for now. See you soon.